Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. West Coast in the building. Westside Boogie in the building.
Oh,
My
boy.
God, what's
Thank
up?
you for having me, man.
Man, thank you for being here.
You wore the right color. Good hat, man. Good hat color.
Oh, yeah? You
fuck
like
with
that?
that,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good color.
You didn't wear the right sneakers.
I know. No, these is the right sneakers because Ratchet
Can
Boogie's
you, like, pop
activated.
them up a little bit?
Look at the Black Forces. Which camera? Which one?
With this.
Oh, yeah. Black Forces activated. Play with somebody else.
Nah,
No, the fact you was talking to me, you stopped mid-sentence, like, why you got on Black Forces?
So for a little context, like Boogie comes and sits down on the couch, right? I'm using the bathroom. I come out and I'm talking to him and I look down at his feet and I'm like, why you got those on? Why you got
That's
those?
funny as hell.
In New York too, bro. What's up with you?
No, I had to. This is real intentional. I had to let them know this is what type of energy I'm on out here right now. So.
Why is this the type of energy you on out here though, bro?
Because
it's a good
it's
week
like
for you.
I know, but it's just like this is my like ultimate like don't play with me energy right here, and so that's how I feel right now. Like I feel like people been playing with me too long. So
Why do you feel like people have been playing with you?
I've been I've been playing with myself, but pause. But it's also been like I'm just back. I'm just happy to be back outside. So it's just like I'm just real like with all the shit right now. So I feel like Black Forces exude with the shit.
So it's all part of just the being back outside, kind of just putting your face out there for people and just kind of being back in everybody's face too.
Exactly.
Why did you feel like what was like I guess the purpose, or why did you feel like you took like that long of like a break from just kind of being in that like public face? Like obviously
Well, I mean,
stuff,
yeah, I was about to say it wasn't really on purpose, honestly. I was going through growing pains in life. I usually make great projects when I get out of a relationship and I like use that emotion. So I love getting my heart broke most of the time. But 3 years ago, I got out of like my greatest relationship ever, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to have the greatest project ever. I'm finna talk about this. But then niggas want to give me therapy, and then I got to start holding myself accountable. So then I can't blame her no more. So that process was hard, having to draw from something else instead of like the cheat code of heartbreak. So that happened the first year. Then I started getting challenged by the people around me to test new stuff. Frustrating, growing pains with that. At the same time, dealing with the pandemic, being forced to be around my partner every day, even though we was already living together. It felt like the pandemic like pushed y'all closer in each other's face, and then that we ended up breaking up. So then it's just a lot of growing pains and.
Oh, so it was two breakups.
No, this is the same breakup, but it was just like it was like on and off, but it was like the same type of thing. So that happened, and then like just finally get into a space where I'm ready to share my art with the world because it's so precious to me, and I don't think I was necessarily ready yet.
Got you. I think it's interesting that you said, I like what you said, I'm about to make the best album ever after this breakup, and then you're just like, but then they made me go to therapy and I had to hold myself accountable.
It's a real thing when you can't really just sit there and blame somebody like, oh, she was asleep on me. She blew it. She don't know what she had. I just looked out for her. And then I started realizing just because I was like helping pay for stuff don't mean I was necessarily being a good boyfriend. So, stuff like that.
Did your therapist kind of like read you a little bit?
No,
I've been in therapy too. That's why I'm
because
like.
that's her job. Her job is to hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's all it was. And I was pissed like, girl, I'm telling you, she broke my heart. You talking about what I did wrong. I'm finna not talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So I skipped some weeks of therapy, go cry. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I really had to just sit with it. And yeah, I wasn't as angry about it as I thought I would be.
What was like the biggest lesson you took away from that therapy too, then? Besides, I guess, like holding yourself accountable for relationships.
Yeah, it just was a mirror to myself and the stuff I did do wrong that I wasn't noticing I was doing. That was really a real thing. Feeling like I got to be in control of stuff all the time. I noticed it's hard for me just because like that was a culture me and her probably created, and she was just letting me live with that narrative even though she wasn't happy, and I should have been able to read that situation better. Also, she could have spoke up. I don't want to not hold her accountable in a moment, but just a lot of stuff I was doing wrong that I wasn't holding myself accountable for.
Right, because relationships are obviously at the end of the day, like that 50-50 shit. Like, you obviously you have your own faults, she has her own faults, and then that's kind of what it is.
And then realizing like, what I'm really realizing is like, you expect somebody to love you just as much as they love you, but you can't love somebody like with expectations. You got to love them just because you love them, no matter, you know what I'm saying? And I think I was looking at our situation bigger than what she did, and that's what kind of hurt me too, because it's like this situation is like everything to me, and to her it just felt like it was whatever. She was able to walk away. Maybe that's not how she really felt, but that's how it seemed to me. That was the optics of it. So, coming to peace with those type of situations. And
was that the only like thing you went to therapy for? I guess like
no. That's what made me be open to it.
Oh, okay, got you.
So somebody I used to work with had a dream about me doing something like bad at my kid's school, like fighting somebody. And she had a dream about it. And she was like, "What? I think Boogie needs to go to therapy." I guess she brought it up to my managers, and you know what I'm saying. Over time, they kept bringing it up to me. And me being sad over that initial breakup made me say, yeah, I'll do it. But then she started talking about trauma with my dad and, shit like that. And
Like real deep
yeah,
stuff.
real deep stuff that I didn't realize I was walking with, like unaddressed trauma. So
I feel like this was during the pandemic, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to therapy for a bit during the pandemic too, for like 6-7 months. Different reasons why, more like anxiety and like depression and other things
Yeah.
like that. But like I feel like the one bad thing about, well, not bad, it's a good thing and a bad thing about that time, is like it just forced you to really sit with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like being an artist or being someone who's on the radio, who podcasts or whatever. Like I feel like we spend a lot of time just kind of like busying up our schedules,
No,
so we don't have
100%.
to think about other shit to do, right? And then like when you're forced to like stop, and then you actually start your mind actually starts like thinking about things and actually like really processing things. That's when it really starts to like
And
get
especially
at you.
the more you become aware, once you get these tools to like sit in a moment and like realize like what's going on, it become harder because being aware is way harder than being ignorant to stuff. So it's like sometimes I get mad at my therapist that she even like gave me these tools because I'd rather be ignorant because I get more hoes when I'm ignorant. You know what I'm saying? So
I get more hoes when I'm ignorant.
But shout out to these black forces, man.
Shout out to the black. It's a little more fun when you're ignorant too. It's like when you know things, you're like, oh man, I can't be like that no more.
Exactly.
You gotta force yourself. But you also mentioned that like your team was making you something else that kind of frustrated you during that time, or may have been something that you overcame, was like trying new things. What were they? What was your team trying to like? I guess make you try, like, I guess music wise, I'm assuming.
Yeah, just definitely music wise, and always for one, they always want me to like, if I'm gonna say I'm gonna be the best rapper, I gotta really exude that energy all around the board. So that's one thing they challenged me to do. So like, you got to know you the best rapper if you're gonna claim that. And yeah, try new pockets. I think as rappers we could get caught being comfortable with what works for us. You know what I'm saying? I know I can make these same type of records every time, so I will if somebody don't push me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And yeah, so now they've given me that tools to push myself. So now I catch myself when I'm doing the same stuff too much. So it was frustrating at first, especially when your mind is conditioned for so long to work this way. It's like that's all you know, and it's hard to change that.
Right. You're like thinking about it, you're like, damn man, like now I gotta like try something new. Because I mean, like you said, like rappers get comfortable in those pockets, and then like when you get comfortable is normally when you kind of like start to wean off, and kind of like people may or may not check out depending on, you know, how your music you're putting out, how you're acting, things like that. And I think is the ever evolve. You know, obviously I want to bring up Kendrick eventually, but like if you even look at Kendrick and like his evolution of changing like the sound and what he does, is like that's like a good example of just kind of like always kind of leaving people, like keeping people on their toes with like what you're doing and what type of music you're putting out and the way you put it out too.
Yeah, and just to bring that up though, but the challenging part is what artists got to realize is not everybody could live in that mystique like Kendrick or Frank do. You know, they came up in the era. I was like in between that era, but they came up in the era where it was power in your mystique. You know what I'm saying? It was like more powerful as an artist. And now your power come in is we're gonna buy into you as a person all around the board.
Yeah.
So it's like it's challenging when you want to disappear to work on your sound, but you got to stay in people's face every day and like get them content because the world will forget about you. You got to cut through every day, and you can't just disappear because again you don't got that power of Dot and Frank to disappear like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know who said that? You familiar with Seti Hendrix?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah. So Seti, when I had Seti here a couple weeks ago, Seti was like, he was explaining to me how he tried the whole Mystique thing, and then he realized that like the Mystique thing isn't like something that works the same way that it used to. So I find it very interesting.
It's a dub. Like you keep playing, you try to go disappear for 3 weeks and think you being mysterious. Nigga, they gonna forget about you.
Right.
But I also I'm grateful that I did make a project that could that I feel is timeless, but that could withstand the times and that people still appreciate it today. And I'm super grateful for that because I know it's a lot of people that could not drop a project for 3 years and then come back and nobody gonna care if they drop. You know
right. Because when I heard that, when I got the text from Gio, I was like he's dropping?
You know what I'm saying? And it's also pressure I put on myself too, because I'm like always talking about it, like, oh, when the album coming out, and it gets scary with that too. You know what I'm saying?
And I had somebody here from Shady the other day, and I remember they were talking about you, and I'm like, damn, I hope he drops soon. And then literally 3 days later, Gio's like, oh yeah, he's dropping next week. I'm like, oh, this is incredible. And today's the day that the album comes out. So first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
We missed you.
Oh man,
we missed you. I think the last time you dropped, it was 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great album.
Thank you.
I remember having my group chat in a fire because like I love West Coast music, so I love putting my guys onto West Coast music. So when you dropped, obviously like I had to send that to everybody, and it was such a great body of work. And what you created here is also incredible. And I love like just the concept behind it and the album artwork and like just kind of like how you've been rolling it out too. Like it feels
Appreciate that, man. Yes. Shout out to LVRN every time. Like when it comes to ideas outside of my music, helping me execute and like, making everything cohesive and come together.
More black superheroes.
More black superheroes, man.
Somebody
yesterday, like it's been people on Instagram saying, so you don't want white people to listen to your album?
Oh my God.
Hey, white guys, you could download it, listen to my album, white people. I fuck with y'all.
It's like that's like when people say that shit, it's like the same like discourse like that people talked about when Michael B. Jordan became like the Human Torch. Granted, that movie was not good, but like I thought he was good as a Human Torch, and I think like when people say shit like that, I'm like that's stupid, man. Like you could still enjoy the body of work. You know what I'm saying? Like because people are forced to consume like forever. People have been forced to consume like all white media. You know
and regardless of what the title is, at the core of it, these still real emotions that people could relate to. So
tell me about like the concept behind it, right? Why that for the title, and like what when going into this project, because you mentioned before that originally you were like, I'm about to make the best breakup album ever. This isn't a breakup album, obviously.
Yeah.
So how did like this kind of evolve into the more black superheroes that we got?
It's so crazy because like so these past like years, I say like last year when I was trying to stay busy, I started doing like. I realized I loved doing my ratchet stuff, and I felt like I had this side of me boxed in for so long because I felt like I only had to make one type of song because everybody loved me for my heartbreak stuff. Yeah. So it was like once I started doing the ratchet stuff at the same time going to therapy and like realizing I do got all these sides and that I could embrace them. I don't got to just be one way in the world. At the same time doing these freestyles, getting good reaction from it, the ideas start coming together. So for me, the title means so much because obviously I feel like I'm a survivor for my situation. I feel like as men, black men, whoever, we go out in the world, we face our situations, and we treat them like they normal, that we survived them. But we don't really give ourselves credit that we did. I know my friends don't. They just take it to the chin and like, yeah, this is what niggas supposed to do. So part of it is them acknowledging their strength. A lot of it is me embracing all these sides of myself and feeling like if I acknowledge all of them, I'm my greatest self. That's where Super Blood Bug comes, when I acknowledge these different sides of myself because they exist instead of trying to like push them to the side. And yeah, for my kid, being something that I believe he could look up to and a hero that he could touch in real life, not just something on TV that don't seem real, not just like I want to be something he could really see himself in. So it's a layered title for me.
I like that. And just PSA, the kids on the cover aren't his kids.
I don't know. I could be. They could be because
I mean, like, you've been going kind of crazy.
You feel me?
But I love when the track list came out. I was like, Soulja Boy. I was like, that's fire.
I got the best Soulja Boy verse in the past
of all time.
In the past decade, probably.
In the past decade, okay. Yeah. How did you and Soulja link up for this? Like, have you guys been connected?
He from Bompton.
Okay. I'm just I was like, I'm gonna let him run with whatever narrative he wants to run with.
He is from Bompton, though. I mean, he hang with the homies, but nah, I was in the studio, and this song, it was like a song I don't usually do. It was just the energy of the room, and I made this song, and I was like, "Dude, it sound crazy if Soulja Boy got on this." I was saying it to my friends. I don't know why I thought of Soulja Boy. Pause. But yeah, and I text Justice or somebody, and I said, "Can we get Soulja Boy on this?" And he made it happen.
That's awesome, man.
Made it happen.
That's awesome. And obviously, you got a bunch of shout out Kalen for real, my guy.
Dog.
I love that feature. And then you got Snoop on there.
Yeah, man. That's just like
calm legend.
Bucket list. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a song with Snoop. Nobody can tell me nothing. That's all. And like he been in my life, like not as me knowing him, but like he raised us. You know what I'm saying? So that's big for me. Kalen, obviously, he the new LA energy. I just wanted to give LA that look because we were just talking about how LA won't leave LA for some reason, so we got to get more like united. So I'm glad my boy on the project.
What do you mean LA won't leave LA?
Like our sound seems to only stay in LA, and we're not really necessarily universal yet. I feel like, and we always, I don't know. Sometimes I say, Atlanta is like the archetype right now that everybody want to copy because they support each other. You know what I'm saying? So when I go out there and I see LA don't do that, so yeah.
New York don't do that either. It's okay.
Oh, cool. Shout out to us, man.
Shout out to us. I feel like when you said LA don't leave LA, I felt that spiritually because I feel the same way about New York in certain aspects. Like I feel like certain things from our cities are able to cut through.
Yeah.
But it's like a very strong wall there, and it's like you get like that one record that cuts through a year, and then that's it.
Yeah, and that's why you see these artists in LA they do tours, but they only go so far, like to Seattle
Yeah.
or something like that, because it's hard. It's not really universal yet, and sometimes some of us got to be that sacrifice to go perform for 10 people. You know what I'm saying? Just so the sound could get out there, because I didn't did it. I didn't perform for 2 people, so you know what I'm saying.
And it's important to keep that same energy, whether you're in like front of
Regardless,
2 people or
facts.
front of a couple of hundred people. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of young artists sometimes don't appreciate that, or like they don't do that. Not all of them, but like
And
some of them.
artists, I'm telling y'all, it's a cheat code. Go outside and build that fan base, because you're gonna always have something to fall back on. I seen Russ do it. I was at Russ' first show, like somewhere out here, New York, SOBs or something. There was like 12 people there. Yeah. I just seen him perform at Hollywood Bowl for 17,000 people the other day. That's because he got a good tour, and they trust him with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like I saw the little baby doc the other day, and one of the coolest parts that they're showing, it was one of his first shows. I don't know where it was. It might have been in Atlanta, it might have been in Georgia. But it's like he was complaining about how there weren't a lot of people in the crowd, but like he still went and he still performed. Then after that, he's like, I got to work on my stage presence. And then I'm like, that's a perfect example too. If you look at Travis Scott, like the old video of Travis Scott performing in front of like
that shit was lit.
10 people, and then it like transitions to Gov Ball or whatever, where it's like thousands of people and like a sea. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just shows that if you keep that same energy, it's like, and like you said, it's like those are sounds that people didn't, people weren't really accustomed to those sounds yet, and people didn't understand. But like because of doing that groundwork with like just being an artist and just performing in front of 5 to a couple hundred people, like that shit really like it helps. It pushes it.
Yeah, it's something that's getting lost now, because you could skip. You kind of feel like you could skip steps with the internet, but it's misleading. It's not true.
There's like a little the internet, like it's like people think it's a cheat code, but it's more like a DLC. It's more like it's there to help you.
No, exactly. It's a little igniter. You know what I'm saying? Just like, but you got to use it the right way. But it's definitely not the like end all tell all.
Right. The other two, with Snoop, I wanted to ask, how did you and Snoop like first meet? Because I feel like everybody got a good Snoop story who comes.
The crazy thing. So my mama married this man when I was not Snoop, but this nigga. I know this nigga from Long Beach. I ain't gonna say his name. When I was like, I don't know, 14, and like the first week she met him, the house got raided. He went to jail for a couple months, and I was staying with his homie at this time, which was the Twins. They were Snoop's artists. They got this famous song, "Twins got the city going round and round." It's his Long Beach anthem, but they were signed to Snoop Dogg. So I was always around that energy, but he didn't know I rapped, you know what I'm saying? I just like, they used to always talk about, let's go see Snoop, you know what I'm saying? I seen him like a couple times, but my mama divorced that man. I just wanted to say that story. Full circle, I DM'd him like a year ago, and he always knew about me just because who my stepdad used to be. So, and he fucked with my shit, but he thought I was from Long Beach too, so I had to tell him.
You had to let him know.
Yeah, I'm not from Long Beach, my boy.
Not from Long Beach.
Shout out Snoop, man. That's my aunt.
I had a great conversation a couple days ago with this rapper from out here, Millie's. He was like, he said Snoop
got bars.
Got bars.
Bars.
That man is nice.
Nice.
But he said he's like, because Snoop did something, Snoop reposted or Snoop something like that, and he's like, I just need people to know that Snoop is not just like one of the biggest artists ever. He's like the biggest household name artist in the world.
Somebody just said that yesterday. Who the biggest rapper in the world? Snoop might be the biggest rapper in the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like what makes him so dope is everybody do got their own Snoop story of how he showed them some type of support. Yeah. And I think that's amazing.
Like I feel like every West Coast interview I do here, right? Because one on top of just me loving your sound, I love hearing the stories from over there, and I feel like everybody who I've had on this couch, at least 90% of the people who've been here have had a Snoop story. Whether it's like Snoop reposting their music or Snoop reaching out or Snoop just happened to be walking into the studio while they were there, something.
Yo, I sent him them songs, and he sent me 2 verses back in 4 hours. That shit didn't make no sense. I was like, how did he do this? He sent me both verses back fast as hell.
That's nuts. Shout out Snoop, man.
Shout out Snoop, man.
The last people who I want to talk about on the album that I thought was an interesting combo for you to get with them was Smino and Tizo. Mm-hmm. I thought that y'all 3 together was very interesting and not something I would like normally expect too.
So yeah, I think it's dope. For one, Tizo is probably the greatest nigga on the internet in the world. That nigga's dope. He's super talented. But Smino is my brother. Like, aside as like artists I actually fuck with, because it's hard for me to like make friends with real people. Smino is actually my brother. But in music, when magical moments happen, you just got to go with it. And Tizo was in Houston with my peoples, with Justice, and somebody I work with, Naj. And just this story about how he had his laptop in his backpack or something. They played him my song. They showed me pictures of him just sitting on the ground and just recording with the mic right there. Like, And it was like, you know, it was one of them moments. I can't even explain it,
Yeah,
but
the
it's
nails in too.
I don't know, man. But it's one of them.
You know, it's a
It
serious
was just one of
question.
them moments where it was just like, oh yeah, it's special, and I got to put it on there. Then he sent his verse, and he, you know, what I'm saying, he got the best verse, arguably. So
That's crazy.
it's dope.
That's
But I didn't know about him before this.
really.
I didn't even know who he was.
You never heard of him.
Nothing.
That's crazy.
And they sent me his verse, and then I just went to research, and I was like, this nigga's amazing.
Yeah, tour with Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Everything. He's definitely unique. Like his style and like his like actual style with like I mentioned the nails, but then also like the way that like his music is like so interesting and so different. And I don't know. He's just a very interesting character, and I think that you putting him on your album, even though like at first you didn't really know him, I think that that's fire.
Yeah, that's the beauty of music. Shit, universal. I got put onto a whole new world of shit. Now I'm like a fan of this man,
Right.
like a real fan. So
You said it's tough like making friends. Why do you feel that?
just because I'm just a human, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like I don't base friends off like status. I'm gonna base it off like energy and if I could really like hang with you. So I also don't go outside a lot. So I'll be in the house, so it's hard to make friends outside of that. So I think if I didn't have shows, me and Smino wouldn't be friends. We just happened to get booked on the same shows for like 3 shows in a row. And I was like, this nigga is amazing, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that happened. I'm probably doing myself a disservice if you think about it career wise, because I could just go make a bunch of fake friends, but it's never gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like the best records are the ones that like you actually like become friends with the people. Cause it's like I forgot who I spoke to about this, but like it's like when you pay for verses or this and that, and it just kind of feels phony. It's like
nah, y'all not gonna really know though. Y'all can't.
People know.
Y'all can't tell just cause y'all can't tell if they're really friends or not just cause they got in the studio and did it together.
No, well, obviously that, but I'm just saying like you can kind of tell when the song comes out of like they actually like knew each other, converse.
Yeah,
It's just like if it's just like a regular like new song out now, you're like y'all.
No, some stuff you could just tell hella force. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like the fucking Soulja Boy people, you know, people might think like, why did this happen? Like, you know what I'm saying? But
I think because it's like that, like Soulja Boy's on his album, I feel like that's like that, and like or like Tizo's on his album. I'm like, all right, that's got to be like some real genuine shit because like you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't look at those features and been like, oh yeah, that's phone. No, it's like okay, it's kind of like out there where I feel like I see like you getting with them and being like, oh, and like actually forming that friendship because like I don't know, it's something I wouldn't expect.
So fucking the song Kaylin on, he wasn't even supposed to be on that song.
Really?
He came in there to get on another song, and I had 5 singers on the way to get on the other song. The nigga changed his mind last minute, and now the singers is in the LVRN lobby, and I got to send them home, and Kaylin ended up getting on this song. But that's because we got a real friendship, and it was just like easy to do it. So yeah, that's my dog.
Damn. I hope those 5 singers are doing well.
Nah, that shit was scandalous, man. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Also, so of course, big congratulations on your work on Kendrick's album.
Thank you, man.
Big congratulations.
Big step for me.
Beautiful record.
Thank you.
Too. Summer Walker.
Shout out to Big Sum, the greatest, nigga. I'll fight anybody.
The greatest R&B artist out right now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm not questioning you.
I thought somebody had something to say.
I'm not questioning you.
I bet.
I'm letting you talk your shit. So how did you first get approached to do that?
That's gang. I mean, LVRN. Not like that, but it's the cheat code.
LVRN, the cheat code.
I got LVRN, so, you know, the opportunity was presented to me, and I just helped where I could. And I just love Summer for letting me help, so, my nigga.
Get a nice little appearance on a Kendrick on the
You feel me? Little Instagram post, get some hoes real quick.
Not getting some hoes off of Kendrick. You know what? Honestly, like I'm saying something, but like I'm not really saying anything because if I had writing credits on a Kendrick album, I would literally do the same thing.
I'm just acknowledging it that you know it happened.
Were your DMs on fire after that?
Flames. I was out of here. But then it just leads to me having to go out on dates. I'm tired of going out on dates,
bro. What?
Like
you speaking my language right now?
I go to the same spot. Bro. I didn't took the same girls to this virtual reality spot for 4 weeks in a row. I'm sorry, I just blew up the spot. This place Dreamscape. I done went there 10 times.
Wait, the same girl or different girls?
Different girls. And I know the people there because they already recognize me. I know they like, this nigga is a fucking psychopath.
I'll do you one better. I took like probably around the same Mexican spot. Like
you're funny.
Like at least like within like a 2-month period, like four girls.
We gotta do better, bro.
Yeah, we have to. I just hate dating, bro. I hate like. I don't know.
What I'm saying. I just want to skip all the steps and just move in.
I don't know about moving in. I don't know. Moving in is kind of crazy.
I really, You know,
You just want to skip all the steps and just be in love.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the
that.
phone. I don't want you. I just want to like a routine already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because planning out a date is mad work.
It's too much. I gotta tell my assistant, can you find a spot for me? Then I gotta. That's not a lot of work. I just tell my assistant to do it.
I was about to say, I don't have an assistant, so I'm actually like they're on the phone
yeah, I don't never do that shit. I'm cool.
And then you just find your comfort spot, and you just like, I know this great Mexican place, or I know this great virtual reality place.
Take all the credit.
I've never been there. Mm-hmm. You guys hit them.
Yeah, I definitely always act like I never been there. That shit is nuts.
And you walk in, you like, wow.
Yeah, I'm like, it's crazy. And I go to the same game every time. This Men in Black game. That shit fire though. It's like you really in the game, but somebody gonna see this and be so pissed.
Or nobody's gonna see this. Or none of the girls are gonna see this.
They gonna watch it. I know it. I'm done for it.
You sure?
Whatever.
Well, now you gotta. What's the new place you gonna go to?
I'm gonna find something sweet for us, baby. Whoever you is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a new Mexican spot too, because I clearly can't go there no more at this point. I've been there too many times. I slipped up once and I was like, oh yeah, the thing here is really good, but she didn't notice.
Yeah, you almost blew it.
I almost blew it. I've been there too many times. I can't do that shit no more.
You ever watch a movie with somebody and act like you never seen it?
Of course.
It's so funny. I've done that so many times. That shit is hilarious.
I forgot which movie. Oh, I remember which one it was. Spider-Man: No Way Home.
That's funny.
So when No Way Home first came out, I had COVID, but then I actually went to go see it, right? Once, like the day that I was clear of COVID, I went to go see it. And then I had a date with a girl the next week. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go see it for the first time with you. I'm dead sitting in the theater like.
I already seen this. That's funny.
Like she's freaking out at the thing, and I'm trying to fake freak out with her.
Nah, when you gotta fake freak out, that's when we know we in deep.
Yeah,
the lie is crazy.
Gotta do better. Maybe I gotta go back to therapy. What else? I saw you was talking about on Twitter. You want to release something after this, like that's like freestyles, or you put on a different project. Like what you got?
I was just trying to get them to shut up on Twitter. They keep talking about. They really act like they don't know I can't put these freestyles on Spotify. They act like they my beats. Somebody said, put the Sing About Me freestyle on Spotify. I'm like, that don't even make sense. But if I could find a way to repackage them, and some of them is like regular like beats from my producer. So you know what I'm saying? Just like I ain't gonna disappear for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I got hella records, so I might as well give it to him.
Right, especially now that outside's back open, you can actually you can do stuff again.
So and my like throwaways is like better than niggas, regular songs. So
facts. I love when you did the Colors performance and then you went viral because everybody said you look like Blade.
I know, that was amazing. That outfit was. I love that outfit.
I feel like we need to get you like at least a cameo in like the Blade movie now.
No, for real. I should be the next Blade. The fuck the cameo. They need to.
He said, "Fuck Mahershala Ali." I gotta be Blade.
I'll go crazy in that character.
You gotta do a different type of accent though. Yeah, just a West Coast accent.
You don't think I got a West Coast accent naturally?
No, I said you do have a West Coast accent. You gotta cut. What is Blade British? I don't even know.
Yeah, he did sound like he was British, low key.
But you definitely should. I feel like you definitely should. Yeah, we got a campaign to get you a cameo.
Yeah, man, look out, Blade. Fuck with me. I wonder if Wesley still fuck with them. Tell him to plug me.
I feel like Wesley. I don't know, because I mean they got Mahershala Ali as Blade now, so I feel like Wesley gotta feel some type of way.
Shout out Wesley, man.
Shout out Wesley. So what else you got coming up? We got some shows, some festivals.
My release party. I'm gonna do in LA soon.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go on tour. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, I'm doing Day in Vegas.
Day in Vegas. Oh,
Shout out to Day in Vegas, man. Last time I went there, my computer overheated. So I'm about to get my redemption this time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they had me fucked up. They need to start giving niggas shade. But yeah, Day in Vegas. That's it.
Day in Vegas.
You gonna be there?
Shit, I guess I gotta go now.
You lying your ass off. You ain't going.
I guess I gotta go now. When is it? Calvin, when is it? September. Okay, it's in September. I thought it was in November. I don't know why. Gotcha.
Okay. Look at him.
Well, before we get out of here, in the spirit of the album, man, top 5 superheroes. Go.
Top 5 superheroes. The Red Ranger, Jason.
Okay. I don't know. Power Rangers count.
Yeah, don't play. Power Rangers count. I just had somebody. My second nigga, Wolverine. He my nigga because the nigga recovered. He healed. You know what I'm saying? Cyclops, I always relate to him because I always wear glasses. He be acting like a bitch though. Nah, fuck Cyclops.
Fuck Cyclops.
Yeah, take him back. I ain't gonna hold you. When I was a kid, Matilda was my hero. So put Matilda.
Matilda, okay.
Matilda is my hero, fam.
Matilda.
Hancock, pause.
Hancock. We definitely needed the sequel.
No, take that back. Blade go to 4. Blade go to 4. And then Hancock. Oh, Black Panther though.
You gotta take one away.
Damn. Matilda could go.
Matilda gotta go.
Matilda could go and put Black Panther.
Black Panther there.
Dang, it's a lot of heroes though. All right, yeah, that's
Top
it.
5.
Yeah, that's 5, right?
All right, we'll get my guy in the next Blade movie. Get him a cameo. Come on, he'll pull up in the same colors for it's only right.
Only right, man. Shout out to you. I'm about to smoke big weed because it's legal here now. It's lit.
Well, look, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for bringing the good energy, the Black Air Force One energy. More Black Superheroes album by Westside Boogie.
Thank you for having me.
Go stream
Black Forces, more Black Superheroes.
Let the people know where they can follow you. Anything else you want to let them know? This camera right here. That's all.
Westside Boogie. That's my Instagram. I guess go follow me if you don't follow me already. Shout out to LVRN. Shout out to Westside Bompton. Shout out to Rosecrans Music Group. And that's it. Shout out to my kid, Darius Dixon. I love you, boy.
Westside Boogie on the radar. Till next time.